Welcome back to the Life Endurance Podcast, where we explore methods of unlocking your true potential and the greatest endurance race we all partake in, life. My name is Austin Shadle, and today we're going to talk about a simple strategy for making decisions, the OODA Loop. This loop ultimately summarizes how we come to really any decision, and by understanding the steps that occur every time we make a decision, we can more calmly make them as well as make better ones. Think about any time you've been flustered or caught off guard by something and suddenly having to make a decision. It's very easy to go into panic. And how we avoid entering a state of panic in different situations is to prepare our mind for it, to train for it. In sports, for example, you train to be ready for any play or movement the opposing team uses. The best players have trained either for every potential play or have trained their ability to be fluid and adapt to new scenarios. Ultimately, they apply an OODA loop so fast that it seems like they already knew what was about to happen. When a highly trained soldier enters a battle, they can't predict the future. They're constantly adapting to what is going on around them, and it's from the military that this term emerged. So let's break down an OODA loop. OODA. This stands for Observe, Orient, Decide, Act. The first step when you have to make a decision is to observe your surroundings. These surroundings could be physical, or they could also be digital if this is more of an office work setting. Take in as much information as you can. You may not have much time, but regardless, this must occur. The second step is to orient yourself. Analyze how you fit into the situation. Where are you physically relative to the things around you? Or what kind of paths and options do you have digitally? How does your role play into the situation at hand? Be clear and accept your current position, whether it be physically, digitally, or maybe socially. Now, after taking in as much information as you can and assessing your position relative to your surroundings, you must decide on your next step. Be objective and use the info you gathered. What makes the most sense now? If you follow this loop, then the best decision should present itself in an obvious manner, and then you act. The final step of the OODA loop. Take the best action you've been able to identify. Yes, this is overall a very simple concept, and it's absolutely meant to be. It is a tool that if you train yourself to use out of instinct, can dramatically increase your ability to not only react to new situations, but react with the best possible actions relative to your scenario. Train yourself to think OODA loop whenever you are caught off guard and need to react to something. Avoid being emotional and delaying action until it's too late. If you struggle to make decisions, imprint this concept on your mind. Take a deep breath when overwhelmed and go through each step. Observe, orient, decide, and act. The best option for that scenario will emerge and you will continue the mission with confidence. That wraps it up today. I hope this mental tool will prove useful to you. I certainly find myself at times struggling to make a decision, and often that leads to regret as I wait too long to decide. Getting lost in my thoughts and overthinking everything. You can dramatically decrease the stress involved in making a decision when you have clearly defined each necessary step to make one. Thank you everyone for listening. If you want to learn more about me, give me a follow at The Endurance Beast on Instagram. Please reach out with any questions or input, and please take 30 seconds if you can to share your favorite episode. And as always, I look forward to sharing the next episode.